Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a full face of black owned makeup brands. As you know, my page is all about all things beauty, lifestyle and fashion, and I thought with everything that's happening I wanted to film this to really give space to really highlight some amazing brands out there which are black owned and just take you through this. This is obviously, you know, from the heart. I really wanted to do this. I know that many people have kind of posted videos like this before and I was in two minds of whether or not to do this, and I thought about it and I just thought, why not? Why would I not want to film this? And as I sit here right now in front of everything, I'm just like, there's just some amazing products that I'm going to show you, that I'm going to use, some that are very, very close to my heart. Yeah, I really wanted this to be like, one, an amazing makeup look, and two, just the message. I think the reason why I wanted to post this now, there's two reasons why it's a little bit late. One, I was waiting for makeup to come in because I ordered some stuff online. And you know, you need to support. And secondly, I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't just a moment that happened. You know, like, this is a movement, and I feel like this conversation needs to keep on happening. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, let's talk about this for like a while and now let's move on. So really, I want to just lift it up. There is obviously always going to be, you know, a message. So yeah, anyway, without blabbering on, let me just get straight into the video. All right, so like I said, I have been like online shopping and I pulled a few little pieces that I really wanted to try, things that I'm really, really excited about. And I just want to say firstly, as I apply my primer, oh hi, Fenty Beauty. This is one of my favorite primers, by the way. It's the hydrating one, and I haven't used this in a short while. So I was like, let's get her on my face again, y'all. Let's get it on my face. So yeah, I'm gonna try and talk and do my makeup, which, as you know, for me as a boy, it's kind of hard. I don't think it's a boy thing. I think it's just me. But yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. There's gonna be some serious things which maybe we want to talk about here. But it's all good. It's all good. It's really, really important. I'm going to start off by saying when I was actually looking for makeup, black-owned businesses, it was actually quite difficult to find brands that would ship to the UK. If any of you guys don't know, I'm actually based in London in the UK. And I was actually quite surprised. That needs to change. We definitely need more brands. And when I was looking at lists, obviously I did my research and I was looking at lists, I was actually quite shook that, you know, that there really needs to be a lot more happening out there. You know, there really needs to be. And I was really happy to have conversations with my friends and with people and my family and people close to me, and to have these conversations, you know, whether or not they might be a little bit uncomfortable or not. I think it's really, really important that we have these uncomfortable conversations. P.S. I'm going in with the Pat McGrath foundation. If you haven't tried this yet, it's insane. I know my first review of this was a bit like, I'm confused because I had the wrong shade, but I have really, really loved it since. And I actually found my right shade, so I'm loving it. It is a little bit more on the pricey side, but she is a very good foundation and it is so warm that I think this will be perfect right now. So yeah, so as I was saying, it was really, really hard to find things in the UK that would ship to the UK, and I was just kind of shook. And I feel like that really highlights where, you know, there's maybe, this is the beauty industry, but there's maybe several industries as well where, you know, black owned businesses are just, you know, not given enough of a platform or not given enough space to kind of like really take charge and be on the forefront. And as I say this, obviously, you know, I'm already using brands such as Fenty and Pat McGrath, which are globally renowned and just truly, truly amazing. Moving on to the next subject and just everything that was kind of happening when this all started. P.S. I'm gonna go in with this. I had to get this concealer. It's by Omar and it's called the Woke Concealer. And I'm using shade number 12 in Honey Honey. I've never used this before, by the way. This is the first time using this. So I'm excited. And let's just have a look at what this looks like. So yeah, when this all kick started, I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult to process everything. It was really hard to absorb it all, and I had such a heavy heart just watching what was online. As someone who is obviously online all the time, and also for my job, like I'm always on social media, I'm always on Instagram, I was just blown away how something like this would happen today in 2020. I'm lost for words. I'm honestly lost for words at what happened, at what, I mean, I couldn't watch the whole video, if I'm really honest with you guys, just because it's too much for me. It's just too much. And I really need to address and highlight and, you know, just take a moment to understand why people were acting like that and why people were reacting like that. It was really shocking to see what was going on social media. It was really, really shocking. And I think, you know, when you can see something live these days, you literally just have to get your phone out, press a button, and then boom, you could share that with the world. When you can see what's happening, it's just crazy. It's just so crazy. I think it's also been a very eye-opening period of time where you can kind of see who's genuinely spreading the message. Does this resonate with you, or are you just following a trend? Are you just posting things because you see other people doing it? And I'm saying this from, you know, from a personal, like from someone doing this, from people doing this, and also from a brand perspective. I definitely started to see that brands were, you know, kind of just reacting to, you know, just following, but were they proactive in actually making a difference, you know? Yeah, I honestly felt like taking that break, for me personally, taking that break, speaking to some of my friends, and like I said, speaking to people around me, was just really, really good for me to kind of come to terms with, you know, what is even happening in the world. Obviously, with everything happening in the world right now with COVID-19, and, you know, something like this, it just really kind of took it to another level. But this is, like I said, guys, this is not just something that's going to happen today and like this week or this month. This is something that has to ignite change, and change now. There was a lot of conversations as well that came up on social media about like all lives matter and Black Lives Matter. And I think that just taking the time to really educate yourself was so crucial in understanding everything that was going on. And, you know, it just makes perfect sense, and it makes sense how people feel about it. I definitely don't think that this is something that, if you're a person of color, it's your problem and no one else's. This is a human race problem, right? So if we want a better tomorrow, then this is when we need to work together. We need to hold hands. Things need to change. Laws need to change. And justice needs to be served. But there are positives. And some of the positives I've definitely seen is that, you know, things are slowly changing. I know there's been some change. Positives that, you know, there were certain statues. I have no idea why they're even up there, but there are certain statues that were addressed. So now we are considering, you know, do we take them down? Some of them were pulled down. There were also a lot of positives where people really united and came together, and there was a lot of peaceful protests. And I just find it kind of crazy how there was a lot of things that the media kind of did control. Like, it's actually kind of crazy what you saw and what you didn't see. But yeah, it's definitely quite interesting. Just on a side note, guys, I feel like on my channel, I never really talk about things like this. And I think it's so important that maybe we start talking about things like this, you know? Like, I never really realized that being an influencer meant that you do have a voice. And I think it's really important that I'm all about, you know, sharing love. I'm a very positive person. I like uplifting people, whatever your race is. And I feel like my audience is so diverse. Like, I've got boys, girls, young, like more mature, like the age and the sex and the sexuality and the vibe. Like you guys are just a mixed bag. And I tend to think of myself as quite like an odd character sometimes. And I feel like a lot of you kind of relate to me and I kind of relate to you, and we're just like, you know, we're just together. So uniting is just amazing. Just amazing. PS, I was just buffing in some of the cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty. I'm using shade Teddy. I absolutely love this. And then I'm gonna go on top with, I'm going for a light base, by the way, because it's like so hot right now. Like I'm sweating. With Beauty Bakery. How cute is this? So this is what the product actually looks like. But this is how it comes. It comes in like a little flower bag because it's like Beauty Bakery, you know, bakery. It's actually so cute. I love this idea. So I have the translucent shade, and I also got yellow. I'm not sure. Ooh, I quite like the yellow one, you know. I might try and go for it. I'm actually so excited to like use some new brands and stuff. Like it's so exciting. Also gonna talk about some other things. So I just want to say firstly, thank you so much to everyone who got involved with the charity fundraiser that I did. I basically had I thought, how could I really help? How can I make a difference? And what would be a really proactive way of me donating money along with you guys getting involved? And I never ask anyone for anything. Like, I'm definitely not the sort of person who likes asking people for stuff. So I decided to put some bundle bags, and I saw some of my friends do this, and I thought it was a really good way to kind of like, you know, donate and help out. So basically, you know, everyone who bought a mystery bundle bag and helped us raise money for charity, like honestly, it means so much, so much. The two charities that I chose were the George Floyd Fund, the Fund Me page, and also the COVID-19 NHS, because I'm based in the UK. And so happy that we managed to raise money and make a difference, you know. And it's just amazing to be a part of something like that, like to be a part of history. I actually thought, you know what, like looking back, I feel like we will always remember this year. Oh, we really will. We'll always remember 2020. So much has happened this year, and I feel like we'll never forget. And when you look back, do you want to be that person? Like, you're gonna ask yourself, like, what did I do in 2020 to make a difference? What did I learn? How did I educate myself? And you really don't want to be looking back and thinking, I did nothing. Like, I just sat there and I did nothing. Like, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to tell your kids when your kids ask you, oh my God, like, mom, dad, what did you do? Like in 2020 when all of this craziness was happening. Do you really want to turn to your child and say nothing? No, you don't, do you? You know, I'm just keeping it real, guys. I'm keeping it real. Sometimes I feel like I'm scared to keep it real on this channel because I'm like, I'm scared to be judged. So another thing I really want people to ask is like, you know, why are you doing this? Like, one of the things I really wanted to ask myself was like, why am I doing this video? And the reason why is because it's still relevant. Like, you need to keep on talking about it. I'm doing this for all of my friends, for all the people. I'm doing this for humanity. I'm doing this for using my platform to have a voice. Like, you shouldn't be using your platform to basically clout or like chase. I'm definitely never one person to be like on top of trends that much. I wish I was a little bit more, but I'm not. And I feel like this is a conversation. This is a conversation that needs to keep on going, and change needs to happen right now. So, you know, ask yourself, you know, what am I doing? How can I make the most out of it? Obviously for me, you know, we all have our own stories and stuff like that. But for me, growing up in London and the place that I do, all my friends were black. Like, all my friends, all my best friends were either from Nigeria, Ghana, you name it. And in my school, like, it was very multicultural. So growing up, I never saw colour. I just didn't. Like, growing up in London, it's a really multicultural place. You know, things still happen, but definitely in my school where I was growing up, I just didn't see that. So for me to see what's happening in the world right now, I'm shook. I am shook. And And I really want to do this video actually, like, again, taking it back to a positive. I really want to do this video to, one, pay homage to these incredible brands, to these incredible people, to these these makeup brands, these businesses, to pay homage to people who have suffered, to keep the conversation going, to use my voice actively, and to do good with it. Yes, amazing, we've raised money for charity, but it's not just about giving your money and then being like, yep, it's done now, tick that box. You need to keep on going. It's so hard to talk about this and then just go into makeup, if I'm really honest. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna go in with this. I'm actually really excited to try this, and I had to have this palette, guys. So this is called the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place, and this is the palette. Oh my god, look at this. So the color story for me personally, it just screams, oh, this is everything I'm about. I don't really know what look I'm gonna do. So yeah, I've actually seen this brand like used so many times, and I've just been dying to try it. I have got no idea what look I'm planning on doing, guys. I literally don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. And what's crazy is that I just gonna wing it, you know. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think, like, on this channel. Do you want me to just talk a little bit more about these things that matter? Honestly, I think now things have like calmed down a little bit, if I'm really honest. Like, people are a little bit more calm in terms of the media. But if I'm really honest, there were days where, because obviously like no one posted for a while, to give space, right, for the message to be heard. And I felt like that was powerful. That was really, really powerful, and that was amazing. And whilst, you know, we were giving space on social media, whilst myself and many other content creators were not posting, because I'm not being funny, but who wants to see your selfie, babe, when there's big things happening in the world? No one. I was kind of shit when I saw people still posting their own content. I was like, okay, are you not? Clearly, you must not be looking at your feed. But yeah, I definitely felt like, you know, when we took that time, then that was the time to really, really, really educate yourselves. And just talking about, you know, like where you stand in that. And it was good to see that even Netflix, you know, people were kind of watching certain things. Those are usually not things that I really want to watch, because I know they're heavy. And whenever I watch TV or Netflix, it's usually something like silly to like distract my mind. But I do like documentaries, and I thought that this is it. We need to really do this. We need to really start. And I'm really happy that I did that. I'm really, really, really glad that I did. You know, some of my friends as well, like, it's just so crazy. I feel like, you know, there needs to be more diversity. You know, I can only speak for myself, and I can only speak for the experiences and what I've seen. But I honestly feel like, guys, even today, sometimes I'm the only boy on an event. Sometimes the brand isn't even, like, it's completely targeted to female audience. And now that I've educated myself, I've really opened up my eyes, and there's so many times as well where I'm like, why is there no diversity on this trip? And sometimes I feel like I've been picked to be a token of diversity. And when I see that there's not even enough like ranges of skin tones, or like there's not enough shades in the collection, it just blows my mind. I'm like, it's 2020, babe. Like, if you can't cater to everyone, then I really don't understand why you've even launched this foundation, in my opinion. I'm like, so what? Where's this going? Like, who do you want this to be? Because, you know, you're saying it's for everyone, but then you don't have enough shades for everyone. I don't know.
Wait a damn minute.
So I really hope that brands will see this. I'm gonna dip into that orange, by the way. I need that orange sometimes. I just love orange in the eyes. Yes. So yeah, I really, really hope that brands will see this, and that brands will be like, right, okay, because this isn't just like, oh, let's just pick one person as a token to fill that void. No, babe, that's not really supporting artists. That's not really supporting everyone. That's just jumping on and ticking a box. That doesn't work. So I really hope that if any brands are watching this, like, you know, it's a step forward, and it's not like, oh, let's do it now, because I definitely feel like that sometimes. Personally, I feel like, oh yeah, let's do it now, and then it doesn't matter on the next trip, or it doesn't matter on the next event. And when you see like brands feed and stuff, and you just see that, like, when you see that you don't fit into that, it's kind of confusing. Whether it's your race, whether it's your sex, whatever it is. So just talking about these eyeshadows, I actually love how pigmented they are. They're actually really easy to use. It's very, very neutral. This is so me. This kind of palette is so me. It's just like neutrals. You can make it a little bit more dramatic. This shade here, Kana, it's like such a cool shade. I'm wondering how I would even use that, because it's like a grey. It's like a flat grey. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna go in with this mascara from Fenty. My hair is wild, by the way. I haven't had a haircut since lockdown. Don't judge me. I've only been cutting the sides. But this is getting uncontrollable. Bear with me, okay? I feel like the hairdressers are opening first week of July, so it will get better. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go in with this black mascara from Fenty. I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I have a very special lash to put on. Right, guys, who's ready for the lash? Who's ready? Guys, I'm so excited to use these. I have been reusing these lashes for so long. You probably see the rim of glue, but I put them back in a box because this is a moment, okay? So I just want to say massive shout out. I am so proud of you, Gary. Like, if you're watching this, I'm not sure if you are, but if you are, I'm so proud of you. This is Gary, aka the Plastic Boys, collaboration with Isla. And just to see not only a boy in beauty on the box of lashes, to have his own collaboration, but to also be like a person of color on there, it's just, I feel like it just means so much in so many different ways. And it's this that we need to see. We need to see these accomplishments. I always feel like, you know, I don't know, but when he told me about this, I was so shook. And I'm just so proud of him. I'm actually so proud of him and everything that he stands for. Like, if you don't follow him, please do. Like, I'm sure if you follow me, you probably follow him because we're always together and stuff. But these are Bad and Bougie. There's two different styles. I just love the Bad and Bougie ones. I love Snatch as well, but I don't know why. I'm always wearing these ones. But I feel like I need some more, and Boots is just open, so I could do an online order, but whenever I do boot shopping, I kind of like going there and just like getting a basket and like filling it up. So yeah, I definitely need to get some more of these before they sell out. They are exclusive to Boots in the UK. I'm not sure if you can get them internationally, but definitely check that out. Let me just pick that glue off. Look at this. Oh my god, this is so ratchet, but girl, these lashes are cute. Okay, I need to show you like side by side. So just so that you can see how these, I mean, I think these were made for me, you know. Gary, what you think about me, boo, when you made these lashes? Because for my eye shape, these just fit perfectly. I don't know what it is. I think especially around here, because I got such small eyes. But like, this is without, basic. And this is your Bad and Bougie self. I don't know, every time I wear these, I just feel so like euphoric. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like I can do anything. Okay guys, so both lashes are on. Now for lips, I have just received these brand new, they're called Slip Shine by Fenty Beauty, and there's loads of different shades. Now, I always wear nude lips, like I literally live in a nude lip, but they have this shade, it's called Vamps Who Brunch, and it's like a purple. Let me show you what this looks like. I'm actually thinking, do I brave it and just do like this kind of lip? Ooh, she's purple. I feel like because I went quite neutral with the eyes, it could be a moment, right? Okay, so I'm actually digging this. I love it. I feel like it's very glossy, very juicy. So definitely don't be going on any dates and kissing any men or women. Right, guys, so just going back to, you know, this whole video, what we're talking about, obviously, you know, we could talk about makeup, but let's talk about things that matter. So one of the things that I really found so powerful was social media and the power of social media and how it really just made, like, the message so much stronger. I was truly amazed that it was so much more powerful, because I kind of treat social media as like work, beauty. You know, I follow beauty, I'm into beauty and stuff like that, also into like home stuff. But I saw that there was that social media could be used for such a more powerful tool, and it was amazing. There was also so many like protests as well globally, and it was amazing to see them happen in London. And also where I live, it was amazing to see that so many people, there's a lot of artists where I live and stuff like that. So there was so many people like writing BLM everywhere in like artistic ways, and like there's a lot of graffiti artists here as well, and like the Fist as well. And just there's this like little area, and they made this whole like homage, and it was just so beautiful in so many ways. And there's one photo, it's a painting that someone painted on a canvas, and it was literally like, you know, a white hand and a black hand holding hands, and that for me was just, you know, such a positive message. I just want that people understand, right? And there was a video going around that explained this, that there is only one race, the human race. That's it. We're all the same color on the inside. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. I really hope that 2020 teaches us all something, and it teaches us that we need to stand together and we need to fight for what's right. I know that some people were quite alarmed about, you know, the protests or the riots and stuff like that, but you need to understand that that's people reacting. You know, I mean, people don't need to be breaking into Gucci. But yeah, it was nice to see that there was so much positivity out of everything. All right, guys, I'm going to put on some setting spray by Fenty Beauty. This feels even more amazing right now because I'm very warm. It's like 1,000,000 degrees in this studio, and it's very hard to like talk. Highlight these days, I've kind of toned down. I literally just put like a little bit here, and then that's kind of it. Like, it's not as crazy as before. We're calming it down a little bit, but I still love a little bit of highlight personally. But yeah, this is my finished look, guys. I hope that you like the look. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. It really was important for me to do this video, and not only do I really want to say like and showcase the amazing products that I'm using, but I also feel like this has so much more of a deeper meaning. Thank you again to every single person who, you know, took part in our charity fundraising, and hopefully that will make a difference to the charities that we chose. And thank you so much again for just, you know, educating yourself, taking your time, watching this video. I know it's a little bit heavy, but I am so hopeful that this needs to happen for good change to happen. And it's just so funny that it kind of just, you know, it's now Pride Month as well. And not to take any like light away from BLM, but again, it's just to strengthen even more equal rights, you know, no matter who you are, what color you are, what sexuality you are. I think it's such a strong message. I'm going to dedicate this video to all of my black friends who I grew up with, who were really there for me when no one else was there for me. Growing up in a school where we were all minorities put in together, that made a majority of minorities. And I definitely feel like growing up, I was blinded by color. I just didn't see it. And I'm really thankful for, you know, being raised that way. And I'm still going to learn. I'm still going to educate myself. I'm still going to grow. And yeah, this video is dedicated to those friends who were there for me when no one else was really. And this is also going to be just homage to the movement. And like I said, guys, this is not just a moment. It's not just a trend. We're not doing this just for like, oh, clickbait and hashtags. No, I don't know. We're doing this because it has a deeper meaning, and we need to talk about these things. So yeah, I hope you like the look. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and let's all put our hands together for a better tomorrow where we will just celebrate being one race, and that's all we are. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.